Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome to this war of mine. We're doing a blind playthrough of the stories mode, I guess, although there's also a sandbox mode. So this game, if you want to call it a game, it's about being civilians trying to survive in a war zone, in a city that's been besieged in a war. I think the inspiration might be Sarajevo, but you know, there's a lot of wars around the world. It is vaguely European though, so probably Sarajevo, although maybe places like Ukraine, Syria, things like that. Anyway, let's go into the story mode. I'll let the game tell you about war. We'll see if I need to make any comments about it. Alright, let's go in story mode. Oh wait, no, stories mode is DLC, alright. So, there's no tutorial, it's just a sandbox. Anniversary Edition mode. With this option enabled, you can be sure you're playing content of a new location characters, otherwise it'll include a random. So, that's a DLC. So we can choose one of these guys, right? Katia, Bruno, Pearl, or Pavel. Is it R or V? Is it V? Pavel, Bruno, Marco. Katia, Bruno, Pavel. Okay, well let's I'll lose my current progress, sure. I'm not sure if this game actually has a tutorial. I started the game earlier just to test out the recording and the frame rates and all that. I don't think the game actually has tutorials or stories. There's a story mode you can download, or you can like buy DLC and then get story. It just throws you straight in, it looks like. Unless there's an emergent story as you play. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been years since government military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. Years. Okay, well, I think this is Sarajevo. The civilian population trapped in the city are suffering from hunger, disease, and shelling. Katia met both Pavel and Bruno before the war. She used to be a reporter, while Bruno had his own television cooking show. Pavel was the star of the local football team. Katia even interviewed him once. Now they meet in dramatically different circumstances, looking for food and shelter. Alright. How do I pause? Oh, you can pause like that. So, there's no help. It just throws you straight in. Just throws you straight into the game. Okay, well... Katia has bargaining skills but is slightly sick. Bruno is a good cook. Pavel is a fast runner. So this stuff is scavenge. I know that much because I played like a few minutes of this earlier. And you can like dig your way into... this is debris. You remove debris. You find items in various piles. Let me just grab all there. Can we get there? Can we get there? Oh wait, no, there's a cupboard there. And then there's stuff outside. So we're gonna grab all of those, exit, rubble, door, alright, good job, and then we loot that. Grab all, exit. How are we doing? It's still only 9 AM, alright. Grab or exit. I guess we remove that so we can zoom out a little bit. So there's stuff out in the tree house, and I think that's it. As far as I can tell, it's relatively safe. In the house. Oh, that requires a lockpick. So let's not open that yet. Let's not use that yet. That's a chair. We don't need to touch the chair. Let me walk outside. I think it's safe outside. It might not be. I also don't know if the game auto-saves or if I need to manual save. I think it just auto-saves. Alright, so we're gonna break that door. No, come back, break the door. So you don't... Is there stuff out here? No. Alright, so there's nothing out there. The door's broken, let me search for that. Grab or exit. So the upgrade, there's a workstation here you can use to build things and upgrade things. So a bed, I mean, I think a stove is the most useful. Let's put the stove, I mean, there's a kitchen here. Let's put the stove like there. And then grab all of those, exit, and then you come over here. You build something. So I was looking at this stuff earlier. Maybe I should spend more time looking at this because you guys haven't seen this yet. I have 2 lockpicks. I'm just wondering what I should use them on. Okay, so the bed offers a decent sleep without back pain, no matter if it's night or day. But you need that much stuff. You need 6 out of 30 components and 8 out of 20 wood just to make one bed, right? So the crude stove, you can use water and meat to cook a meal, which is more nutritious than raw food, which is useful. A heater gives you some warmth so you don't freeze and get sick. Radio, you can hear the news. Not sure how useful that is. So I think food and water is the most important. I'm inclined to start off with the stove and the rainwater collector. And then probably don't need alcohol. We can barter alcohol for things we need, okay. But you still need water and sugar to make it. So I think food, water, tools. I wonder if I should get tools before water. Hold on, shovel for clearing rubble, crowbar for breaking doors, knives for self-defense. So that's 15 out of 30, and that's 6 out of 30. If I make a rainwater collector, we can't... Let's go with the rainwater collector. I feel like water's pretty important, right? Let's make a rainwater collector, put it right there. And then you come back. Just wondering what I should use these. If I make a crowbar, I can open these doors without using a lockpick, I think. So I'm trying to decide whether to use my lockpicks or not. Pavo is a fast runner. We can improve stove, allows prepared cook food more efficiently, saving fuel. Okay, well, interesting. What can we upgrade here? Alright, so now we have a rainwater collector. Where's my inventory actually? Our things. We have 4 clean water. We have 1 raw food. You know, 1 raw food. Some thoughts. Our shelter is one depressingly ugly ruin. We should do something about it. We only have 1 chair, we lack beds, and we have to sleep on the floor. It's hard to get a good night's sleep on hard, cold concrete. And the condition of those who are sick or wounded may drastically worsen. We don't have a radio, we don't know what's going on in the city, we really miss books. A good book could help us forget the horrors of war. Staying here is slightly better than living in the streets. We lack coffee and cigarettes. We have breaches in the walls, our shelter is not safe, and we have to constantly be on guard. Alright, fascinating. I mean, what do you want to do about that? So food and water first, and then beds or tools. Anyway, let me look at this upgrade. Oh, I can improve the workshop. Enables the manufacture of more sophisticated items and appliances, providing us with more options to get food or meds and trade goods. We can upgrade it further to make electrical improvements. I'm gonna go ahead and improve the workshop. Alright, he's gone and sit down. Oh no, keep doing that. The rainwater thing, you actually need a filter to actually make rainwater, although we have a bit of water already, so I'm not that concerned right now. If we can get a reliable supply of food and water, I'll be happy. I don't know if you can be infinitely sustainable in this game. Alright, so I improved. No, you sit back down. I improved the thing. Oh, an armchair. Comfortable piece of furniture. Bed. So we don't have any components left. Consumables, we can't make a filter. We can make fuel. We probably need to make fuel. Board up. We can board up holes in windows in the building for more protection against looters. Let's, I think, leave that for now. A guitar. You need a broken guitar to make a guitar. Okay. Simple heater, so we can't make any of that stuff. Board up. So does this board up the whole house, or does it board up like parts of the house? Workshop, herbal garden, herbal workshop, crude stuff. Using fertilizer, we can grow some herbs here. Use them to make medication or cheap cigarettes. We can improve it to grow vegetables. Okay. Some equipment, we can prepare herbal meds, bandages, low quality roll-up cigarettes. We can upgrade it to make real meds and good quality cigarettes. Okay. Trap for small animals. Only small animals left seem to be rats. Still, meat is a rare commodity in wartime. We simply have to put in some bait and wait. Alright. Alright, so we want food. Although maybe a bed. At least 1 bed. Let me, for now, make a 3 fuel, and I think that's gonna be the end of my day unless I want to use a lockpick on this. I mean, we need to pick those 2 to open them. I think if we get a crowbar, then we don't need to pick anymore. So, oh, good cook. Let me just cook a meal, and you can. So if we have vegetables, we can cook more stuff. Let me cook a thing. Oh, it uses 3 water. Wow. Alright, well, let me cook some food. I'm gonna open this with the lockpick. We have 2 lockpicks. Wait, you what? No, go in. What are you doing? We have to make sure we don't accidentally eat the food. Actually, is it okay to just leave the food there? Does it go bad if I just leave it there? Okay, there's more herbs in there. There's sugar and water and book. Alright, well let's grab all. I don't even know if we can just leave the food there. Maybe that's a bad idea. What if it goes bad? So our things... Alright, anyway, it's almost nighttime. I think that's all we're gonna do it today. We have one lockpick. Katia slightly sick the night. Alright, so now we have to decide what to do. So Pavel is a fast runner and has a backpack size of 12. I think we should send Pavel to scavenge. Shell Cottage. This neighborhood recently got shelled and many houses are still burning. People are fleeing for their lives in a hurry, so we may find some useful stuff there without meeting anyone. I think that means this is the safest. Decrepit Squat. It's been inhabited by the homeless since long before the war. They've always been struggling with a lack of food and might not have survived the recent shortages. There shouldn't be a threat and we could find some useful things there. Huge amounts of materials, some weapons, lots of parts. Interesting. So there's food, materials, meds, weapons, and parts in the Shelled Cottage. Half of it is a ruin, but there are people living in the other half. They don't seem friendly. At night you can sometimes hear shots fired from there. We could probably scour the abandoned part for supplies if we manage to sneak past the inhabited part. Alright, so there's danger there. Let's not go to the danger bit. Let's go to the part where there is food. And Pavel can scavenge. Right, we're not gonna take anything with us. Let's go scavenge. I mean, the intel says there's no one here, so I'm gonna assume that there is no one here. The house is still burning? Oh, that seems bad. Let's take the valuable stuff first. Components. You know what? Let's just grab all of this. Although what I really want is food, right? Okay, there's a lot of materials there. Let me exit. I can come back for this. There's a rat inside. Also, the house is kind of on fire. Let's look in the fridge. The fridge has meat, vegetables, water. I think I can leave the herbs and sugar for now. Let me exit that. We don't really need herbs and sugar right now. We can always come back for this, right? Herbs and sugar. So what does it mean that it's on fire? Alright, bandages is useful. Herbal meds. Simple medication based on herbs. Sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. Still they're better than nothing. Okay. That might be useful for our sick friend. Alright, let's see what's down here first. Oh, there's a blockage. So you can hear like you can see the red dots. I think that's a rat though. Alright, let me dig through this. It's just gonna take a while. Also makes a lot of noise. Run to exit. I don't know if I should go up there because it's literally on fire. If only I had some kind of shovel, he says. Well, you don't, alright. Suck it up, bro. Night 1, 11 PM. We're like a quarter of the way through. I might be able to clear out both debris. Would the house burn down by tomorrow? I mean, there might be loot up there, but I think it's better to stay safe. I don't know. I don't even know if the fire will hurt me. I mean, if we're gonna fill our backpacks down here without going up there, then we might as well do that. Also, I should have left behind one of the water because there's like one water here.